welcome to another edition of Pittsburgh Sportsline at Sips Sports Bar, 3024 West Liberty Avenue, right in downtown Dormont, 15216. We got a packed house here tonight. The Hainers brought everybody. They recruited people from out of state and everything. We got boxers, we got basketball players, we got photographers. I don't know, we got, you name it, we have it, football stars. We have people that Smokin' Jim brought in from Johnstown, PA. They hit every storm along the way because everything was coming out their way. They're here. I don't even know if I can interview him. That one guy brought a bodyguard. He said it's his cousin. I said Smokin' Jim tells me everybody's his cousin. I still can't figure that one out. But anyhow, this is Pittsburgh Sportsline. We're seen on Verizon 32, Comcast 7 just in Bethel Park, YouTube, which is all over the world from what I hear. And then on Pittsburgh Sportsline Facebook, you can see these videos. So we'll take some videos. We got a photographer, may take some pictures that we'll post up. I'll give you his name later when we bring him up. So we'll go from there. I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine. We got Smokin' Jim Frazier and Chip the Prophet Hainer. And he's still predicting a lot of wins for the Pirates, so you got to listen to what he's talking about. He's all fired up. I'm going to steal a little bit of his lightning because it's storming here. Pittsburgh's up 4-0 right now, so, and that's for the fans here. So they can watch us again on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. And we start with what's on our mind, and we're going to start that segment right now. Chip Hainer, what's on your mind?
What's on my mind? You know, there's big news out of England today. You know, everybody was talking about the birth of the royal baby, but I think there was even bigger news that came out of England yesterday. Actually, it came out of Scotland. The British Open was won by Phil Mickelson, and as I've predicted on more than one occasion, Tiger Woods again did not win a major. I've said this once and I'll say it again. He will not win another major golf tournament in his career. So, you know, he put on a stellar performance yesterday. But the big news today, Major League Baseball finally did something about the performance-enhancing drug abusers. Ryan Braun was given a season-long suspension without pay, and it's about time they've done something like this. There's more suspensions coming. I don't understand why they didn't just whack them all at one time. They're going to send them out piecemeal. But stay tuned, there'll be more to follow. I heard something really interesting today about the NFL Players Association and the HGH testing, which they've been negotiating with the NFL and the Players Union. So they're going to test all the players. They're going to get blood samples drawn before training camp this year, and they're going to do this just to get some kind of a baseline test. Now, here's the thing that they're not going to do. Nobody's going to be tested this year, and if anybody tests positive, nobody's going to be punished. So I'm thinking that this is a pretty good idea. You know, the Steelers coming off an 8-8 season, lots of question marks going on. I've got some advice to any Steeler draft pick. Start with HGH. You can't get suspended. It can only benefit you, and it might help make the Steelers make the playoffs. But that's what's on my mind.
Thanks. Well, you know, I had that theory about the Pirates before they started winning this year, that they should get a 5-year exemption for whatever drugs that all these other teams take, but you have to stay on our team. But that's been going on for a while, so thanks for your insights, Chip. Now, Smokin' Jim Frazier, what's on your mind?
Hey, thanks, Al Levine, the Talking Machine. And if you want the green,
hey, I have it.
You got to see Levine. Hey, I appreciate everybody coming on. We got a surprise guy that's here in the audience. He was an All-American football player at McKeesport High School, played in the Big 33 game, presently plays for Texas Tech. So please give a big hand for Brandon Action Jackson. And I was recently in Cincinnati, and I was going to go to the Pirate game, but I didn't have my unicorn head. Hey, the first face that I look for when I come here is Dan the man. Dan makes the best coffee. in the world, so please get a cup of coffee. You won't be disappointed. Also, please take care of your bartenders and waitresses, Kelly and Brandy. Wave for your fans.
Where's his French fries? He's just sucking up right now. No fries.
Also, I want to always thank the owners for having us here, Mark and Tina. Give them a big hand. And I shouldn't have favorites, but my favorite aunt is here, my Aunt Lizzie, come all the way from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. So give her a big hand. She brought the Johnstown flood with her. Her daughter is here. Her daughter was a former all-state hurdler, and now she's presently serves our country in the service industry. So please give a big hand for Nita. Also, around 8 o'clock, 8:15, we got supermodel Jessica Danielle is coming in. You won't be able to miss her. She's 6'1", beautiful and brunette. Also, but lastly, a guy that's going to be a guest on our show a little later, wanted to acknowledge him. He's here in the audience. One of the greatest football players I've ever seen. I wanted to recruit him to Gateway, but he decided to play his high school football in Florida. He's the best midget league football player I've ever seen. He's a combination between Michael Vick and Doug Flutie. And he's entering his senior year this year, and he only has two options. Option number one is to get a full football scholarship to college, and option number two, to get a job picking oranges in Florida. So in September, we're going to find out if his nickname is Primetime or Sunkiss. So please put your hands together for the handsome Dion Moore. In September, I will be inducted into the SIP Sports Bar Hall of Fame. In December, my new sports book will be released in December, and I guarantee you it will be the #1 selling sports book of all time. Presently, there's some high, powerful people that don't want the book released in December. There's groups that don't want this released. They got a court injunction to stop my book from getting released, but I got an attorney to fight the injunction, and the book is coming out in December. And I tell you what, 10,000 copies will be available right before Christmas. Another 100,000 copies will be available the week of the Super Bowl. And I tell you what, next September 2014, the Guinness Books of World Record will be right here to induct me into the SIP Sports Bar Hall of Fame and to put me in as the Guinness Book of World Record #1 selling sports book of all time. And they will be here to award the Pittsburgh Pirates their 22nd consecutive losing season.
Are you done? Are you done? Give me my pen back.
Just for that, I'm selling your playoff tickets.
I was going to invite you to the Pirate game, a doubleheader with St. Louis. Forget about it now. Oh, man. I don't know how you even go after that, so...
He's a tough act to follow.
I'm just going to start promoting stuff. I never did this before. John, do you got a photo on that, buddy? We got an intern here, folks. He just come in from out of the country. He's helping us out. He's a world-renowned cameraman. Just come in here to help us. He's with BPTV.
All right, John.
Thanks, John. This is a National Unicycling Convention and Competition. If you looked at Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook, I even put Dr. Trina Hess was getting chaperoned by the police up there in Butler because they had a competition up there. She was actually balancing on the unicycle. It's up on the site, Smoking Jim. You missed it. You've been falling behind on that. Well, then we also have a car cruise. Smoking Jim and I, Devin Shea's going to be there. The intern Cortland's going to be there. We'll be there about 11 o'clock, Smoking Jim. We expect you about 12. Do some of the football interviews. We got a lot of the junior football coaches that'll be around. We're saying 11 o'clock. We know what time you'll be there, so.
Shortly after the food.
That's at South Park Fairgrounds. And those are just a couple of the promotions, except I did want to tell you that Monday night at Sips Sports Bar at 7:30, we're supposed to start the show, but we have never started at 7:30. But make sure you're here on a Monday night, and I did say never. By the way, we're up to 376 likes on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. Thanks to everybody here and all the new ones that are going to like us. We appreciate it. We're trying to get to 500 somehow, some way. Now, Tuesday nights at Sips, not only do you have Kelly and Brandy here, but they have Campiti's Pizza, 50 cents a slice. Little Z wants to see that pizza. We're going to tell Don Campiti, bring it down here.
Right around the corner on Potomac.
And he said if you want to have a pizza ready for him, he can pick up on the way to the studio tomorrow. He'll be there for his 4th audition on Pittsburgh Sportsline, and this will probably be broadcast afterwards. He just said 6, but I don't count that well with auditions. A couple of those were fill-ins. They weren't auditions. He was playing Wally Chip. And then we have another special Smokin' Jim Ladies Night at Sips Sports Bar. What that means is all the ladies can come in, $1 drinks, and if you ask Smokin' Jim, he might buy you a drink. Just might. Thursday nights, 25-cent wings. Come here to Sips. Smokin' Jim and I do. We enjoy it. They have entertainment every Friday and Saturday. They have happy hour 4 to 7. There's free parking. You got to watch what side of the street you're on, and I really mean that. It's free after 4 o'clock. You can park, and they have food specials and everything else. I almost forgot what's on my mind. I think I did. Well, one of the things, Chip stole some of my stuff, but
I do that all the
that's
time.
okay. Because he talks to me, and he acts like, you know, we're just having a conversation. Then 90% of my stuff comes out, and then he puts 110% of what he's putting out. And now I got to think, oh, Steeler training camp's opening up. That's something they didn't touch on. The NFL scout and everything else. 11-5 is my prediction, folks. Their easy schedule, the HGH. Just so you know, they don't have a good test for HGH. So when Chip said load them up, it's going to remind me, it reminds me of the vitamins that players took in the 70s. I never saw guys that were my size go up to 280 pounds. And then when they retired, they were 190 pounds, which I don't weigh 190. So you figure that out, folks. That's what's on my mind. We're going to start the next segment where we bring up some guests, and we'll start that right now. The first guest is Robert Hester III, a photographer. Come on up, Robert. Oh man, it's so hot in here. I don't know if you can get this, but oh,
It's not that hot.
it is.
Oh, it is.
I don't know if you can see this, but
Nothing.
this is an unpaid promotion. The towel is clean.
It's a shameless promotion.
Well, they're always shameless. I don't know if you can read that, but that's Brenner Contracting. Enough of that. I'll talk about him later when he visits with us. He brought me out in the heat yesterday. It was unbelievable. Hey, Robert, thanks for coming to our show.
Thank you for having me on your show.
I met this gentleman about a year ago at a cystic fibrosis Kentucky Derby fundraiser. Okay. This guy was clicking off pictures like you couldn't believe. And I said, wow, who is this guy? And sure enough, we become friends. We've run into a few different events. This guy takes pictures. Whenever he sees me at an event, he makes sure he takes a great picture of me.
You were Frank Bergy.
Well,
Paparazzi du jour, and I love him for that, and I love you for that.
I can't believe he's dropping both of our names like that. I'm almost embarrassed,
Frank's
folks.
a new friend of the show, yeah.
I am, and I'm a little sarcastic, and sometimes I'm facetious about stuff too. So you can look that up, Smoking Jim, in your new book. page 18, because that's as far as you got in any book that I gave you. And I just finished Sugar Ray Leonard's book, and I'm going to give that to you tomorrow on the show for you to look at the pictures. Only there are no pictures in the book. Sorry, Robert, but we had some fun here. Now tell me what you're doing right now. What's
Just
going
finished
on
the
with you?
inside flap.
Well, first and foremost, again, I'd like to thank you for being a part of this wonderful establishment, in this wonderful building here in the wonderful neighborhood of Dormont.
Thanks.
Second of all, I have a lot on my mind. I have a lot, not just on my mind, but, you know, in general. Pirates are playing, they're winning. Good luck trying to...
What's your thought on the Pirates? Are they going to break the streak this year?
Well, let's
Don't
just
look at
say-
Smoking Jim.
As I'd like to say, I'm sure to the folks that the large, loyal, and loving following I have, I'm prophesying that they're 21 and done in terms of their losing seasons. I've seen this game of, yes, love for the Zoltan. I've saw this. The last Pirates game I was at was when Charlie Morton pitched 7
Before the
innings.
All-Star.
Yes, and Pedro Alvarez hit his mammoth shot in front of David Wright, the guy who snubbed him at first.
Friday, that was Friday night
It's like,
game. I was there.
Yeah,
Chip was there. Chip the Prophet Hayner. So when you prophesizing in front of the prophet, you're right on board here.
yeah. I guess it's the Joel Osteen in me, who I promote every day along with.
You're throwing names around
Clarence,
better than I do,
James.
Robert. Nice.
Good, yeah.
No, that sounds good. Well, you're a Pirate fan then.
I'm not just a Pirate fan, I'm a Pittsburgh fan.
There you go.
There.
Way to
All the way
go.
down. I'm a season ticket holder for. I was a season ticket holder for the Pirate. Hopefully next year they'll allow me to photograph with them.
Yeah.
And I'm still a season ticket holder for Pitt Panther football. here in
Nice.
Pitt. And
Who else?
especially maybe some more teams
Okay.
down the road. But I'm carrying on the tradition from my my uncle, who was a Pitt football season ticket holder.
Okay.
Until he went home to be with the Lord in 2005.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
By the way, today is the 22nd anniversary that my father left me.
Well, my deepest sympathy to you. I lost a father a couple years ago myself.
Anyway, as far as the Pirates go, I don't care where they end up. As long as they're in the playoffs, whether it be the Central Division title or the wild card, I would love to see PNC Park finally, and I mean finally, have a Bucktober game, #Bucktober game in PNC Park for the first time ever, and the first time.
And just to speak to your point, I will be there when it happens this year. I'm a season ticket holder, and I'll get first dibs on playoff tickets, and I will be pulling the trigger on that expense.
Hopefully, the national anthem before the first Pirates game at PNC Park will be sung by either two people, either Jeff Giberson or my good friend Matty Georgie, who I saw the other night perform at the Southside Works. And if people, the large, loyal, and loving following that I've had the last couple of years know, a couple of years ago, after I first met Matty, I started sort of a campaign and a petition to get her to sing the national anthem for the Penguins. She sung for the Pirates, the Steelers, the Pittsburgh Power, and the Riverhounds, but never the Penguins.
Wow.
Make a long story short, I'm prophesying this season will be the
Thanks,
season.
man.
She finally
This
goes
is
to
it.
Console
She's going over the top thanks to
for the
you.
Penguins. By the way, MattyGeorgie.com. She's on Facebook. She's on Twitter. She's on YouTube and all that fun stuff. But back to me.
Yeah, back to you. What else do you
One
got
of those
going
songs.
on?
I said I have a lot of things going on.
Name a couple, because we got a few guests following you, so give me a couple here that we can promote.
I have the 50 Finest Gala in August for the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. I have some fashion shoots on the South Side for Fashion RHP if you're interested and if you're a model. And,
Smoking Jim. Photos of models.
All right.
and a lot
He's a
of
scout
other
of
things.
models, just so you know.
We will definitely get the hookup on Facebook.
All
And I
right.
forgive you for predicting the 22nd straight losing season for the Pirates. But anyway, I have a lot going on. All I have to say is look at my website, roberthesterentertainment.tumblr.com. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube,
You're everywhere.
Instagram. I'm everywhere. You're everywhere. You guys in this panel here, they're everywhere, and so are the Pirates.
All right, Brother
Nice.
Hester.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate you being on. It's great to have you. We'll have to have you back.
Yes,
And
sir.
any photos that you take, we'll post them up on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. Any ones that you want to put up there, we'll put up there. We even have to get a photo with you in it too.
Definitely.
You understand that?
Yep, let's just say I'm as photogenic behind the camera as I am in front of it, and vice versa. I meant, in front of it and behind it, but you get the idea.
Put it like this, I understand that you'll be on some of our photos, that's all. And you look good when you're on there.
All right,
Hashtag
Robert.
prophecy.
Had to make sure he can do the brother handshake. He got
just did. And you know what? I just got a broken rib. Whatever they were doing.
The chest bump is next.
You'll be okay.
Put a little sauce on it, Alan.
I can't breathe. Can I get some more fries here? Thanks, Robert. Hey,
Thanks again.
you take care. And stick around here. We'll be talking.
Oh, yes.
All right. Enjoy the game, too.
Thank you very much for having me.
Leon, welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for having me.
I'm glad you made that long trip from Johnstown.
Thank you.
Definitely. Where's your bodyguard at?
My cousin is up there.
All right. Tell me your cousin's name so I quit making fun of that bodyguard thing.
My cousin's name is Caleb King up there.
Caleb King?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, I'm glad he protected you here, and you protect him too. Now, I hear you play football.
Yes, sir.
When did you start playing football?
I started whenever I could, probably about 5. But the day after I was born, I got out the hospital. I went to my brother's game, so I've been around the game all
I heard you didn't drop the ball either. I heard you were holding it then.
Yes, sir.
Well, I know if you're related to Smoking Jim Frazier, you got to be a great athlete. And I know you'll get a scholarship. You're not going to be picking oranges unless it's on your farm.
Yes, sir.
Okay? So I'm not letting them play
How
any
do you-
games with you
how-
on that.
how do
I'm
you-
on your side.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
How do you keep you out of Gateway? I mean,
I tried, brother. I tried, man.
They didn't make a good enough offer with the way, look at our weather.
Yeah, that's true.
Look what he's saying about the weather. His mother's agreeing too. What's going on there? So you'll be a senior this year?
Yes, sir.
Now, Smoking Jim always tells us with boxers and athletes, just be homeschooled.
Yes, sir.
Now, I disagree. I think you should go to school, get as many degrees as you can, get the highest point average you're able to do.
Right.
Now, how are your grades in school?
Right now, they're good. I'm carrying a 3.0 as of right now.
Are you really?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's good, because you just broke a couple of his commandments. So I respect that even more, and I hate beating them up like this, but it's easy when you got family right
Yes,
here.
sir.
Well, the question everybody want to ask. He's a good-looking guy. How's the ladies treating you?
We're on air, and he's blushing like crazy here. That's not just the light shining on him, and his mother's here.
But I tell you what, this is the only person I would do this for is his mom, Nita. I tell you what, everybody that knows me know for the last 7 years, me and Hines Ward has been at odds with one another. But I humbled myself, went to Hines Ward, asked him for his assistance in his network to get, Dion Primetime Moore scholarship to college. Hines Ward's going to do everything he can to assist. Also, he assigned us.
You are getting, have some water. Hold it.
I'm getting all choked up.
He hates Hines Ward. He hates him. Look what it did to him. Please give him the strength to carry on.
But Hines Ward assigned Glenn Anderson, a friend of our show, to help out too.
okay.
There's a good man. You got two good men helping. I don't care what he says about Hines Ward. I'm a fan of Hines Ward. And look, he may never talk again here, Uncle Smoking. So, I hope he comes back. Breathe. Breathe. See, we cover all kind of things here.
Right.
So what else do you do?
Do I have to give you the Heimlich?
We're talking about you. What else is going on? You work out? You look like you're in great shape.
All I do is football. That's
Do you? Well, then you're focused then.
yes, sir.
What do you do a 40 in?
I run a 4.7 right now, but I just got off a knee surgery, so by the time I was running before I got off my knee surgery, I was running 4.6. So I plan to drop down and run a 4.5, 4.4 by the start of the
That's the
season.
plan.
Yes, sir.
And
That's
with
what my
those
coach
eyes, I know you're determined there.
Yes, sir.
You're focused on that.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. And then what school do you go to? Because I got
Right now-
confused with Smoking Jim here.
Right now, I'm to a school called Citrus High School down in Florida.
Okay,
That's where
where
I'm
at?
playing out my senior year. It's right by it's right around Orlando. It's about an hour and a half out of Orlando. But,
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. It's called Citrus High School.
Because Smoking Jim tells some stories. I'm just trying to verify this.
Yes.
Because he travels the country. When he's in Cincinnati, I don't really believe he's in Cincinnati. I think he's in Cleveland. That's what I think. And he knows Cleveland's not liked around here.
Right.
Now, Who do you like in the pros?
My team is Dallas.
Oh, killing us.
My team is Dallas. I was named after 2 Dallas Cowboys. The best corner to ever step on the field, Deion Sanders.
Who's that?
That's true.
I didn't hear it. I have his baseball card too.
Yes, sir.
He's a baseball player too.
You didn't tell me that.
Well, I play baseball a little bit too, but that's to keep in shape for football.
Is it?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
but baseball, you're not really in that good a shape.
I mean, I'm in the outfield, so I run all the time.
Okay.
Yes,
What
sir.
do you do when the guy's pitching strikes and throwing batters out? You just wait around. You
just
can't
relax.
run. Okay. How's the heat down there?
I mean, it's humid.
Is it?
Real humid.
Well, we're getting a lot of humid. I know I got this humid weather here tonight again. I don't know if you've seen that. It's humid in here.
Plug. Renner
One
contract.
more. He owes me a couple more, so I'm packing them in. I got them in the pocket. But yeah, what are your plans? Where would you like to go to college?
Honestly,
What's your dream? If
My
you could go
dream
to a dream
college.
school, because you know what it's like out there.
my dream college. My dream school is probably Florida or FSU, just because I have I have a family member that goes to FSU.
Okay.
He plays safety for them right now.
Well,
So,
sure, that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
And they're good schools. They
Yes,
got a
sir.
good reputation, except for a few of these things going on
Right.
up north.
right, and
Further north.
well, Miami has always been my big school, but
Oh, okay.
I mean, as of right now, I don't know what I would decide.
Right. And you think you might get an offer or two?
I mean,
Is there any talk there?
I
Or?
plan on getting a bunch of offers from all over the nation
Do you?
by my senior year.
Well, what kind of yardage have you gained?
Well, when
Can I
by the
see you
time-
on YouTube with some of these things?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to check it out. Tell me where to look.
This it's also actually a football game that we have playing at Johnstown. We made a remake of the movie All the Right Moves.
Yeah.
It was the anniversary of it. It's called Ampipe versus Walnut Heights.
Okay.
And actually for that game I ran for 170 yards. Wow. I think how many touches? I think I had 14 touches on there. But they took one of my yards away. One of my big touches away. One of my big touches away. I ran for 45 yards, but they took it away from me because I had.
So you'd have had over
I had ran
200?
out. Yeah. Yes, sir. I would have ran for over 200 yards that game.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Now, who was the
That's
team you
playing
played?
We played Westmont Hilltoppers, I think.
Okay.
Something. But
And you were quarterback. You were
yes, sir,
quarterback.
This is off from quarterback.
Did you throw any balls?
Yes, sir. I threw.
Well,
I
what
think
was your record
I think
there?
I threw for about. I think I only threw for like 75 yards. 50 or
You didn't
75
have to. You were running up and down the field.
Yes, sir.
They were getting tired chasing you.
Yes, sir. A lot of broken plays made happen.
Sure.
Yeah, you'll see it on the video.
I'm going to have to check that out.
Yes, sir.
Where do I find it now?
Just look up Ampipe versus Walnut Heights.
Okay.
It should come up.
Definitely. Well, I appreciate you coming all the way from Johnstown. You got anybody you want to say hi to or shout out? Because this will be on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook. It'll be YouTube.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
be all around. So.
I like to thank my mother and grandmother and my
well,
my
say
aunts.
say their names out there.
My
so-
mother Anita Moore, my grandmother Elizabeth White, my aunt Stacy White, my other aunt Elizabeth.
She was here on the show.
Yes, sir. My cousin Caleb King over there. My uncle's over there hiding.
I didn't see
His
your
name
uncle.
is Philip White. And I'd like to thank God for this opportunity and get me to where I need to be at.
Well, we're all blessed, and I appreciate meeting you. It was great. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Go out as a champ.
Thank you, sir.
All right, now, folks, we started a halftime show at Sips because it's always a great day for sports in Pittsburgh. I don't care what you say, either here, there, we make up stuff, so it's all good. We're going to go to our halftime show. We're going to probably keep it to about 3 to 5 minutes at most because we still have a lot of great guests to get on the show here. All right, guys. We got Smoking Jim Frazier here for the halftime show. Chip the Prophet Hayner. I'm Al Levine, the talking machine. Oh, 5-0 Buccos. 5th inning.
Yeah, Andrew McCutcheon's got 2 home runs and 2 at-bats. This is his 3rd at-bat. Is he going to put another one in the seats, huh?
Well, like I was saying before, I stole it from Bob Prince. When you're doing so bad, they get that hidden vigorish. Then they're going to do good again. And I know it's not proper English, but we're talking sport. And then when you start winning a lot, then you get closer to that next loss. Everybody knows that in Pittsburgh. So this is part of what's happening. And Chip and I, once Chip gave me the Kool-Aid earlier in the year,
That's right.
I only see a winning season this year. I see the playoffs because there are 2 wild card positions. And that's one of the reasons they don't have to win this division, as long as they win a playoff spot. get one game at PNC Park, I'll be happy.
And, you know, just to speak to Jim, you know, the Guinness Book of World Records, they are going to be here to mark the start of the new streak, okay? Consecutive winning seasons.
I didn't know they do that. One in a row. One in a row.
Hey, you got to start with one.
That's the only way to do it. Smoking Jim, we've been beating you up all day, but you do that on purpose because 80 and 82 is your mantra. So go ahead. I'm setting it up for you.
Hey, just real quick, just wanted to really thank all our camera people. We really can't afford to pay these experts. I tell you what, when they go out of town, they get between $1,000 and $1,500 a day. So give John, Aaron Ward, and Devin Shea a big hand. And that's it for me.
Okay, and thanks to BPTV for letting us travel out to Sips Sports Bar. Great crowd of people. I can hardly hear myself think. Look, I almost forgot what was on my mind. So we're having a great time here. We're going to end this halftime show. Chip, if you got last word here, I'll give you the last word for halftime. Anything you want to put out there?
No, nothing in particular. I'm just enjoying watching the Pirates come back to life. The bats are swinging. They've gotten, 6 home runs in the first 4 games back. I think the offense is waking up, and I'm looking forward to the next 2 months.
All right, that's the end of our halftime show. We're going to start back with our guests in another minute here. Well, first, since you're a Hall of Famer now, I'll let you introduce yourself to everybody. Last time you were on the show, you were going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. That's the Golden Gloves Boxing Hall of Fame, which I attended. That was quite an event there, Mike. So go ahead.
I'm Mike Baines. I'm the president of the Pittsburgh Boxing Club. I'm a 9-time champion in boxing.
Wow.
I'm the oldest guy to win a Golden Glove. I'm the oldest guy to win a Golden Glove championship at the age of 48 in Pennsylvania. Thinking about doing it again next year when I'm 59.
You look like you're in shape to do it, I'm telling you. And then you told me a few stories about delivering mail, so I know you're in shape.
Well, I still get in there and spar with those young guys.
I believe it.
You take her to school, huh?
Yeah, some of them I let them know what I'm going to do.
We'll promote it. We were at a great event yesterday, too.
Yeah, it was an excellent event. This was a fundraiser to get money to get the kids down to the Ohio State Fair, which is a nationally ranked tournament. Yeah, we're doing pretty good with this. It used to be the Brookline Boxing Club. We renamed it the Pittsburgh Boxing Club because we started opening up different parts of the city. You know,
you're in a great location there.
Yeah, great location.
That firehouse, that is great. I was in there the other day.
And we're up at Norton Park, up on Norton Street, up in Mount Washington at Dilworth Park, and of course Brookline. Like I said, we became the Pittsburgh Boxing Club in 2005, and over the past 8 years, we've come up to 124 individual champions.
Did you say 124?
124 individual champions. That's Golden Glove, Silver Glove, Ringside, WBO, Ohio State Fair, local, regional.
That is fantastic.
And we actually, little Teddy McConja, this year won the Silver Glove National Championship.
Wow.
He's the first kid from Pennsylvania to win a Silver Glove Championship.
Really? Wow.
And that's saying something for him. He's an outstanding young kid.
We've seen him. We're fans of his. I know we got a guy that will be on the show a little later. He likes him, but he thinks he has a guy that can beat him anytime.
They talk all that stuff from South Park. We haven't seen anything from South Park to intimidate us.
Hey, we're going to cut a little bit away from all this stuff because we were talking some old-time photos and everything else like that. And you have a great collection that I feel honored to have it presented on our show here. So here we go. We're going to start out with the cheapest ones that you ever got. Tell the story on this one, Mike.
These two, I don't know.
Can you get that, John? Hold it up. Where you had them was good.
These actually came from the old Westview Park. at the old arcade there, you put a nickel in the machine, they had the different sports figures. I used to throw $2 or $3 in the thing just to get the fighters. Everybody was after the Pirates and the Steelers. I was after the fighters. And this one is Jake LaMotta and Billy Conn.
Wow.
And Little Z's related to Billy Conn, so go figure. Here, I'm going to pass it down to our guys here, because I love history and photos. What do you got next, Mike?
Next to
I can see already.
this is a photo of Muhammad Ali when he was Cassius Clay at the 1960 Rome Olympics. This is when he won his gold medal. He didn't keep it very long because in 1962 he threw it in the Ohio River.
Cassius.
This is young Cassius Clay when he defeated Sonny Liston in the World Heavyweight Championship.
Was that Phantom Punch?
No, this is the first fight.
Okay.
This is the first fight, yeah.
This is the first fight.
And Sonny Liston defended his title. What was it? 1963. He beat, what was it?
Floyd Patterson.
Yeah.
Second fight, knocked him out for the second time. That was today,
The two fights,
1963.
the two fights with Floyd Patterson lasted less than 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
Right.
In 2 fights.
And then Liston was, Cassius Clay
Liston
shocked
was
the
a bird.
world.
And
Sonny
this one
Liston was
here-
the monster. He was the man.
This
He
is
was
what
the
they
man.
used to go by, the tell of the tape. This is the Louis Kahn tell of the tape from their very first fight. A lot of people don't realize Billy Conn was a big guy.
I didn't
For a
realize
light
that until you
heavyweight.
showed me that yesterday.
For a light heavyweight, and he's probably, in my opinion, one of the greatest light heavyweights that ever lived. I think it's a good toss-up between him and Blitz and Bob Foster. Two
Bob
best
Foster
light
was
heavyweights. But Bob Foster was a knockout king.
Yeah.
Billy Conn.
Look at that.
Now this is a poster
Calves.
of the different Sports Illustrated covers that featured the World Heavyweight Champions. It takes a lot to get on the Sports Illustrated cover, and as you notice, Britain does not have one. Lennox Lewis is not on this. They're all Americans.
Nice going, Mike.
Now this was given to me. It's another poster, Sports Illustrated covers. This man's been on more Sports Illustrated covers than anybody else. This is Ali from the beginning right on up.
That's all Ali?
That's all Ali.
You'll see it when it comes by. Look at that. My goodness, how many is that? 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 35 covers. They taught us math at KO. That was about it. I knew Erin Ward's so quick over there. She was ready to say something about KO. We're in the heart of downtown KO.
And watch it. My sons all went to KO.
I know, and they're boxers. Hey, Mike, I gotta.
The large picture
We got.
down here.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to stand up.
This is the.
This is the
taken
classic.
in the
Why he's
12th round of the Louis Kahn first fight. The next round, unfortunately, Louis landed a couple of solid left hooks on the right that ended Billy's attempt to take the title. And if he would have won, he would have been the first light heavyweight to capture the heavyweight championship. Years later, when he was out in Vegas with Louis as a greeter and things, they were joking around, and Kahn said to Louis, he said, "Joe, why didn't you lend me that title? I'd only kept it for about a year, gave it back."
Right.
He said, "I gave it to you for 12 rounds and you couldn't hold it in."
And on that note, we got a classic right here. You're welcome back anytime you want to come by. You don't even have to bring any of the photos. You just come yourself and tell some stories.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Mike. All right, we got another guest. I got to let Smoke and Jim introduce this supermodel because I can't do justice like he does. So.
I tell you what, I can't believe that we have her here. This is one of Pittsburgh's fastest rising stars. She's tall, she got the good looks, and I tell you what, this is her second time appearance on the show. She's back by popular demand, Jessica Danielle. Woo!
Nice to see you guys again.
seeing you, Jessica.
Jessica, it was
Very
good to have
good
you
to see
back.
you.
Good to have you back.
What are you bringing us gifts?
I brought some. I did bring this for Jim because he asked for a
Thank
picture of me.
We can't show that on air.
Come on. That was from.
That's a little mystery for the next time.
I did a photo shoot.
All
for
right,
Olympic
show the
calendar.
picture.
So.
He gets jealous if all 1 million of his fans see the picture that you gave him. He thinks he's exclusive.
It was I won a bikini contest and I was featured in the Labatt Beer calendar. So
Nice.
that's one of the pictures from the calendar.
What happened to that vodka
Oh, I
company?
still work for them.
Okay.
That was just because I won a bikini contest. So that was something fun.
I was worried you lost the job.
No, I still work
Okay.
for them.
We'll talk about that a little later. What else is going on? I saw you've been traveling and everything else.
Yes, I
You're
just
all over
did.
Facebook and everything.
I try to be. I just did a fashion show for Michael Anthony at the Smart House over the last weekend, so that was a lot of fun. We did a feature. We wore dresses and we wore bathing suits and
Smoking Jim, I was invited to that. I couldn't make it. We were
You should
doing
have been
something.
there.
I
There
know.
was 20 beautiful models, so it was a really good time.
Oh my! Don't. He's a scout of models too. Look at how disappointed he is. Well, I heard it was a great event.
It was.
You know who else was there? Mr. Hester was there.
Oh.
No, you weren't at that one. You're at almost everything else. Oh. Okay. Yeah, he does a lot of. He's at fundraising, taking photos all
Okay.
over the
Yeah,
city.
that was. I think that promoted Children's Hospital, so that
Yes.
was definitely a great event. It was very fun.
Definitely. And then what else? What other events have you got going on?
Well, this weekend I am going to be at a very great event. It's Faded Fest. This is for the vodka company that I work for. They also own Faded Industry. This is an all-ages event. It goes on from 2 p.m. until 2 a.m. and it's $15 at the door. And it is every genre of music you can think of, from electronic dance music, which is my personal favorite, to rock, to rap, everything.
They got a little country. I like
They
country.
do have country. They have honestly every genre you can think of.
The old AC.
He wants to know what genre is. They're like different types of music, okay? Country's not one of them.
So it's going to be a really fun event. But I brought all of you something. This is
Oh, we like
an
gifts.
honorary little drink if you guys do come.
He doesn't
Vodka's-
drink, so I'll have to hold his.
Oh, so you get two.
You're smoking, Jim.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm
Thank
very
you.
excited because I really
Well,
enjoy
thank you.
live music. So I think it should be a lot of fun.
I like some rock.
I'm a big fan of rock too.
Okay.
Live rock is the best, though, I must say.
Yeah, you're right. What groups are? You have any names you can drop of groups, or
Well,
we
they're
should
all
just look on
local
the
artists.
website?
Yeah, it's all local artists
Okay.
actually, and there's a lot on fadedindustry.com. You can vote for your favorite local artist right now, so there's some competitions going on as well. So that's
Oh,
fun.
good.
It's good to support local artists. So.
We're all about it. That's why we're Pittsburgh Sports
right.
Line on Facebook. We're trying to promote you and everybody else that comes on our show. You see how we operate.
So yes, I fully support you guys. It's a
And-
great show.
And we appreciate all the help you're giving us with likes and everything else too.
No problem.
No doubt. What else is happening? We've covered a lot of ground. You got your
We
event
have.
up at the weekend here.
Yes, just trying to stay busy. Definitely working a lot of vodka promotions and just trying to stay busy.
What's the name of that vodka? 'Cause
Click Vodka.
Oh, okay.
Click vodka.
You got to at
We're
least
locally
mention
owned.
that once
Yes,
or
we
twice.
do.
Somehow we forgot that. I'm
Shameless-
trying to keep you in a
shameless
job.
promotion.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. My boss will probably see this.
Yeah. Again, that was Click Vodka. If you don't see them, they're in most of these fundraisers and everything else all through the city.
Yes, and
They
we're
do
in
a
all the
lot of
state
goodwill.
stores. Yes,
Right.
we do. We do a lot of charity events.
Well, I saw your car out here, and there were like bottles you were selling out the street. So I don't know if your boss knows about that one.
Don't tell him.
Okay.
So, but it's always nice to hang out with you guys. Thank you for having me on again. I really appreciate
Well,
it.
thanks for putting in your time, because
Oh,
I know
yes.
you work, and then
I
you got to
was-
skate out
Yes,
to get here
and
on
the way
time.
here, the elevator broke, and then and then I tried to get off the exit, and the exit was closed. So I had to like go all around, and I'm panicking, but I made it. So that's what's
I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that next
Why'd you
time.
give him
I
some
like that.
excuses?
I like that.
Jessica, it's a pleasure, especially with everything you did to get
Yes,
here.
no, it's no
You get the
problem.
star and the extra effort award. Okay.
Thank you guys
Take
so
care.
much.
Can I get a photo?
Jessica,
Can I
thank
get a
you
photo
again.
afterwards?
I'll stay.
All right,
Thank
Thank you very much.
This is the next NFL great. Y'all better get his autograph while it's free.
Hold it. Where's that green pen you stole off of me? Oh, man.
Here's a black one.
Whoa, 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 wait, we're going for green now.
Hey, Brandon, thanks for coming on the show here.
I know you didn't expect it. Thanks for dressing up. We appreciate it. Just with your smile alone, you're welcome on the show.
Thank you very much.
Definitely. It was nice listening to your dad tell some stories back from when he graduated in the day there. So
He always got stories. My dad.
Really?
He's full of stories.
Are you kidding? I never would have known that about him. Well, how about you? Tell us a couple stories about you. McKeesport High you graduated from?
Yeah, I played at McKeesport.
What year?
2011.
My mother's family's actually from McKeesport.
Oh, really?
I had an uncle that taught there, Harry LeWinter. I don't know. He already retired by then.
I know Mr. LeWinter.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's my uncle. These guys think I make up names and people.
I know Mr. LeWinter.
See,
I know him
he's
well.
a tough guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Hey, does everybody know what's in the locker room of McKeesport High School's football team? All people are born with 3 fears. The fear of loud noises, the fear of heights, and the fear of Gateway. All right, Jackson.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know, because we beat Gateway by
How many
21.
times? All right, we got to move on to the next subject because when he starts crying, it's like a river here because you don't hear Gateway ever losing. He was undefeated as a champ at Gateway.
That was a
So,
long time ago.
Brandon, you're welcome back on the show
Hey, Brandon, he
again.
just celebrated his 29th birthday. He just celebrated his 29th birthday.
Again.
Couldn't have been that long ago.
All right, now I heard you're at Texas Tech. We got to get a little serious here.
Yes.
Now, what year are you at Texas
I'll
Tech?
be a sophomore on the field this year. Junior in
Okay.
the classroom.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what position do you play?
Playing outside linebacker, stand-up defensive end.
Nice. I like you at linebacker there.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your size, Brandon?
6'5", 255.
Oh, the Steelers can use you right now, man.
Telling you
You
right.
know what? I just wish you were
Make
2
your way out
years
there.
older.
Yeah.
Oh my
Make your way
goodness,
out to
we need
Latrobe.
you. Where can I see some of these highlights in film?
Well, y'all
Any-
can check me out all this year. I should have a good
You
season.
playing
this year.
WVU
Okay.
this year?
We played West Virginia at West Virginia this year.
Okay.
We beat them last
How
year.
many?
by-
You got any
Oh, yeah,
tickets?
you guys
for
ran
Uncle
them out of the
Smoking?
stadium, didn't you?
We ran them out. We ruined Gino's Heisman race last year.
Yeah, I
so.
saw the game.
Yeah, that's that West Virginia team that forgot to play
Yep,
defense.
that's the one right there.
You guys weren't playing too much defense either.
No, not
Just
too much.
seriously,
Big 12, man, they rack them up, man. They rack
What
'em
y'all
up.
gonna do with Johnny Heisman this year?
Well, he's in the SEC, so we don't have to worry about him.
Oh, okay.
You know what? I like Brandon here. He got answers for every one of your
Yeah, he
questions.
does.
They aren't the right answers that he wants, but they're answers. And what are you studying in school?
I'm studying criminology.
Are you?
Wow.
There you go.
Good.
Wow.
Sounds good.
I was a general studies major in college.
Yeah, ask him which general. Ask him which general.
Not too many. What else do you got going on? Anything you want to promote it? You want to say hi to anybody else out there? Because this goes on YouTube, our Pittsburgh Sports Line on Facebook. We'll put the video up there so you can see it. If you want to like us, if you're on Facebook, give us a little like. We're trying to hit that 500, so any help you can have.
Okay.
All right?
I just want to
Shout
say
out to
hi.
somebody.
Shout out to my family, my mother. I want to shout out to my father for bringing me here, introducing me to you guys, and I want to shout out to the Red Raider Nation and all our Tech alum out there.
There you go. Hey, and they're welcome on the show, too. If you beat West Virginia again, you can bring your team up here to the show.
Right.
Monday nights at Sips.
Okay.
Is that a good deal?
It's great.
Hey, Brandon, Action Jackson.
Hey, appreciate
We'll see you this year. I'll be looking for you. What number are you?
Number 9.
Number 9.
Appreciate your
Keep an eye
time,
out for you,
sir.
man. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to
Best
meet
of
you
luck.
also.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, we got Zach Brenner. The towel's all wet. I can't bring that towel out anymore. So we'll bring Zach Brenner in person. I never saw this in my life yesterday. We went to the Pittsburgh Boxing Club, Yeah, Smoking Jim, it was
Yeah, where
3
was Smoking
o'clock.
Jim at?
Oh, no, it was
I got
3
some
o'clock.
insights for you guys on this Batman character over here.
Wait a second.
I got off the phone with Brazil a little bit ago earlier today.
Whoa.
So we had a misconception about Smoking Jim Frazier. We're calling him Batman, so I always thought like you put the bat light up and you get out Smoking Jim. Well, Brazil clarified that earlier. She said Smoking Jim only comes out to the red light. So I'm gonna start putting out a red light up into the air, and hopefully, man, we can get more appearances from Batman.
Wait, Batman's here. Look, there he is. But anyhow, I saw something that I never saw before. There's a guy put the boxing ring up. He built the boxing ring, put it in the center of the parking lot with the Royal Place. They loved it.
Was he a brother?
Was
he a brother?
He's little Zach, little Z.
I guess with the beard, I mean, I could qualify as like Muhammad Ali's brother.
But not only did he put up the boxing ring, he come in and he goes, "Hey Al, I'm going to be the announcer."
Really?
He announced the fights. He was the ring announcer. He did a heck of a job, and it was so hot. He had us on the one side, then he brought us to the other side. We were baking there. I had to leave after about 4 fights.
And you missed all the best fights too. When you left.
I pulled a Smoking Jim. I said,
Did your
I'm
hair
Batman.
Did your
I
hair
said,
fall?
no, I said, I'm Batman.
Hey,
No.
on Thursday night, me, Al Levine, Smoking Jim, and Alicia Rector were all downtown for a great event in Little Ease. And by the time I got to talk, I turned and looked up, and Smoking Jim's gone.
Oh, if you look on Pittsburgh Sportsline on Facebook, you can see that
He saw the
we
Batman,
mentioned
he had to
that
go.
Batman was gone. and then he sends me
Batman
a,
just left the building.
right. He was gone. It was a great event.
And I thought for sure, because Alicia was standing there next to me, that I mean, I would have kept him in the building and kept him focused and occupied until I was done. But I looked up, man, and she wasn't enough. He was gone. Brazil must have been calling.
No, Brazil wasn't even nearby. He had to take care of business. and
Jealous.
Business comes first with Smoking Jim. But Little Z, that was a heck
Gotta
of
go
a
for
thing.
another shameless plug here.
Whoa, where's this guy coming from?
the
Here,
fight.
I'll do that.
There you go. 51 Boxing, best amateur boxing gym in the city of Pittsburgh. Already highlighted earlier in the show by Hall of Famer of the Golden Gloves.
Mike Baines, definitely. And then with all those historical photos.
I'm touched. My great uncle's the original Pittsburgh
Hold
kid,
it, tell
Billy
them
Cohn.
again. I'm getting hard of hearing. Who's your uncle?
My great uncle's the original Pittsburgh kid, Billy Cohn.
Wow.
So
Imagine
it don't get
that.
any deeper to the roots of boxing than that in this city.
No
And my
wonder.
good friend's the new Pittsburgh kid. So we cover all Pittsburgh kids
Who,
in
Paul
the city.
Spadafora?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna say names.
I'll
I was
drop
trying
it.
not to name drop
I'll drop
tonight.
a name or two.
Okay. Al Levine, the talking machine.
No problem, buddy. Hey, you were great on Thursday night. We had him up on stage, all mic'd up. He learned what was going on. It was great. Promoting sports in Pittsburgh. It was a great venue there.
Yeah, it was tough coming after Claudio and his stepbrother Smoking Jim Frazier.
And a shout out to Jessica Lee.
Yeah, shout out to Jessica Lee. She could sing.
Yeah, how about the guys playing the instruments? The performance is just unreal up there.
Wasn't used to the microphones. Those singers have different microphones.
Yeah, singing mics are a lot more expensive there from what I learned.
Well, I was holding it too far away, but Smoking Jim was a natural.
Thanks, Lil Z.
And I love how Smoking Jim, he inducts people, but he also has the power to induct himself into his own Hall of Fame. I want an investigation into the legitimacy of this Hall of Fame when he can just self-appoint himself into the Hall of Fame. And if he's a best-selling author, then I'm going to start writing books tonight. I'm starting to work on this tonight.
Wait a second. I'm sitting between two guys that don't read books. They're writing more books than I ever wrote.
Exactly. So
I haven't
Houston, we
written
have
a
a
book.
problem.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to write a book here.
Whoever's book gets written first wins.
Hold on, I'm going to start. See Smoking Jim Lee.
Hey, and this right here,
Hold it. I'm Batman. Okay.
this right here is going to be a great event. There's going to be 80 bands performing.
Really? You're
going
gonna be there.
entrance. Hey, my buddy Sam Harris runs the music label. It's going to be featured down there. You might see me down there. You never know. I'm all over the place. But unlike Batman, I normally stay to the end of the show. But
Right.
Smoking Jim has a habit of disappearing, so I got to keep that in mind when I'm at the Homewood Bruston Roller Derby. That Smoking Jim might just disappear, and I might be all by myself.
Don't worry, you can handle yourself. I saw him left in the ring there. I left, and they were converging on him there. We got videos of the fights.
JT
Thanks
the Brick.
to JT the Brick Bracket.
He won a big fight.
He won a fight. One of our other, the 12-pack kid was here, Justin.
I was calling him. I announced him as Justin. Don't call me Ugly Brooks. So he was.
I would have been calling him the 12-pack because he showed that on
There
the
was
air.
some controversy. Those guys from Braddock came to fight yesterday, and they were real serious
yeah?
from start to finish.
Elton Brown, was he
Yeah.
there? Okay.
So that was one of the things. Justin had a bad opponent. Hell, did you?
Oh,
you have
Justin-
to read.
Justin got beat?
Brooks. Here's the fight card right here. The official fight card from yesterday. So, JT the Brook, Justin Brooks.
Y'all had all this?
We had 11 fights yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah,
outside.
I left after about that one. I miss Mike Manna. What did he do?
This is my
man,
favorite
Miami
fighter,
lost the
Buckley. I
close.
know Buckley won. He's
He
tough.
won. Yeah,
He's
he
tough.
won.
It was a close bout.
Yeah,
I was there
some
for that one.
controversy. There was, like I said, them people from Braddock got a little bit upset and started to boo me and give me some, heckle me a little bit. But I had to let them know that I was just the ring announcer and not the judge of the boxing match. I pointed to the judges.
Yeah, Jay, you sold him out quick, didn't you? He wanted out of there with his skin.
I wasn't in charge of security yesterday.
Oh, it was hot and humid. There was a nice crowd there. That was a nice way that you put up the ring. I liked it. Right
Hey,
where it
I
was
thank
at.
Al Levine for coming out. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Smoking Jim, we're gonna get you together one of these days.
Well, Smoking Jim, I thought the fight started at 3 o'clock, so you know
Hey, let
me,
me see
I'm
that
always
picture.
early.
Yeah, give me that picture, Smoking Jim. You're not taking that home. I know what he's gonna do with that. He'll hide the lotion.
Whoa, it's a family show here still.
Wait till tomorrow
What
night
else?
show.
That's right. You'll be on tomorrow, too. What else is on your mind here, buddy? We're winding down. I think we got about a minute or so.
Just want to thank 51 Boxing Club, Ted Marconja. They're getting ready to go to Ohio State Fair. Little Teddy is going to be fighting over there. Hopefully, if his shoulder feels well enough, maybe, JB, the second coming of Little Teddy.
JB, he looked in shape. He said he's not 100% yet.
He's trying, but we'll see what happens. So that's what I'm looking forward to, seeing what those guys do in Ohio State. And then we're trying to get an event together in September for Rod Salka. So keep your fingers crossed.
We are. We'll stay tuned for that.
Hey,
Chip, what else you gotta
you got
say?
to Ohio State. Look up that ex-Buckeye that got kicked off the team for smacking around his girlfriend.
Hey, aren't they coached by a former Florida Gator?
Urban Meyer actually kicked somebody off one of his football teams. I think
it was a running back.
I think that's a
Yeah,
first.
he did. That was a first.
Never kicked
happened.
Hernandez off.
No, never happened. Well,
I mean, he wanted to keep breathing. That's why.
well, we got to wrap this show up. I want to thank Sips for having us here. We had a great crowd, a lot of great guests. Even Little Z was on here, so he ended it pretty well. Nice compliments. That audition's going well on the Pittsburgh Sportsline board. I know there's a lot of controversy on that. Some of the folks in Upper St. Homestead, Upper St. Munhall, they're getting a little disgruntled.
You can always
there.
change that out. You have the power to change that out.
I do, but I like keeping you hanging there. Nobody does promotions like I do. Thanks to Chip the Prophet Hayner here. Thanks to Smoking Jim Frazier. I'm Al Levine, the Talking Machine. I want to thank Aaron Ward, John, the intern. I got to check the film out to see what he did. He said he's the best. I'm going to find out. Devin Shea's here. He kept us straight on this time, so
As long as you
thanks to
didn't cut Alan's hair out.
BPTV and Dave Cable. Good night, everybody. See you next week.
See you tomorrow night.
BPTV. Come volunteer. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't be here.
BPTV. Come on in, make a show. It's still fun after all these years.